And if you are hitting the road this evening, buckle up because it is definitely going to be a wet ride. These are some of those rainfall totals currently across Southwest Florida. And of course, that rain is still falling, so these numbers will continue to add up. But our big winner here, Isles of Capri in southern Collier County, now over 4.5 inches in the rain gauge. In Naples off of Immokalee Road, we have the neighborhood called the Quarry. That's now over 4 inches in the rain gauge. Sanibel over 2.5 inches. Likewise, Estero in Lee County now over 2.5 inches as well. In Lehigh Acres, just shy of 2 inches, likely up to that point at this point. And then for Cape Coral, we are now officially over 1.5 inches. LaBelle also has accumulated over 1.5 inches. Speaking of Cape Coral, let's take a live look right now at these wet conditions that you are facing on the evening commute. And again, this moderate, consistent rainfall will continue throughout the evening. Now, it will be tapering, gradually winding down after 10 p.m., completely clearing out by 2 a.m. But until then, we'll continue to see these rainfall totals add up. And where we've seen some of the biggest totals today, I was just checking on some of my local rain gauges. Marathon, Florida, right here in the Keys, over 8 inches in the rain gauge there. That's why you see that bullseye that direction. Also a big bullseye right here in Broward County near Fort Lauderdale back toward the Davie area. That's where we've seen about 5 inches in the rain gauge. Most of our rain here today across Southwest Florida really concentrated across Collier County, parts of Hendry, as well as eastern Lee County, but even up through Arcadia as well as Charlotte County. Those are spots where we've still picked up a much needed 1 to 2 inches in the rain gauge. We also have to keep in mind that we do have ongoing drought conditions here across Southwest Florida. So for us, this wet weather is a welcome thing. And because of the drought conditions, we don't really have to worry about the factor of flooding, unlike our friends on the southeast coast, which have seen plenty of rainfall so far this year. So notice this rain will continue here across Southwest Florida throughout this evening. Light to moderate ongoing across DeSoto, across Charlotte County. Very consistent rain with some pockets of more moderate to even heavy rainfall in spots across parts of the Cape, as well as Pine Island and Sanibel. That's where you see those shadings of yellows as well as oranges from Bonita Springs down to Naples and Marco Island. But again, coastal Collier, this is where some of the worst of our drought is right now here across Southwest Florida. Right now, those spots in severe drought. Farther inland from Palmdale to Clewiston, notice that moderate rainfall continues. So we have two different areas of low pressure here at play. First off, we have this area of low pressure that is basically starting to cut itself off from the main flow of things. This right here in the northern Gulf of Mexico. And this is that wave we were expecting to develop, and sure enough, it has, right over the Keys. So this area of low pressure really gaining a lot of upper level momentum. And that's why we are seeing such heavy rainfall, especially for the East Coast. This area of low pressure, even though it is non-tropical, it is something that the National Hurricane Center will be watching here in the days to come as it moves off toward the north and east. Also, we continue to monitor this here in the tropics in the Caribbean. Not a threat to Southwest Florida, but this is a spot that could potentially become a depression later on this week. So in terms of additional rainfall on top of what we've already seen, we could see anywhere from 1/2 up to 1 inch from Arcadia across Lee County, potentially greater than an additional inch expected across Collier County. That's where some of those bigger bullseyes are expected through 10 o'clock tonight. So as we head through that hour-by-hour timeline, notice right here at 10 o'clock, still scattered rain forecast, but by 7 a.m., those showers few and far between. They will remain isolated through the day tomorrow, so do keep that rain gear close. Also, it will stay breezy throughout the day. Now, high temperatures expected to keep in check because of the clouds and rain around, but craving drier weather, lower humidity on the way for the weekend.